Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all the latest Manchester United transfer news. Today we're going to be talking about Donny Van De Beek, Andreas Pereira, Wilfred Ndidi, Jadon Sancho and Angel Gomes in this video, talking about what the news reports say. Is it likely to happen, or is it a story we have to take with a pinch of salt? And all the transfer news regarding Manchester United today, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But first things first, I want to quickly cover the story about Norwich and Tottenham and the coronavirus cases. So there's a player from Norwich that has come down with the coronavirus, and obviously they played Tottenham. However, at the way it stands, it looks like Tottenham was not affected by that, and the Tottenham game on the 19th will still go ahead, as no Tottenham players right now have come down with coronavirus. Before I get into all the latest transfer news, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you haven't already, as it means a lot. So first things first, let's talk about this news about Manchester United being willing to sacrifice Andreas Pereira for Donny Van De Beek. Now first things first, if I had to sell Pereira or Lingard, I'd probably sell Lingard because Lingard is older, and I think that Pereira's actually had some decent performances this season, but he's had a lot of bad ones, whereas Lingard, I think he's only had maybe one good performance all season. I love Jesse Lingard, but I think his time at Manchester United is over, and I think he needs to be sold before Pereira, but that's just my personal preference. Now this story comes from the Mirror, so we do have to take the story with a pinch of salt. I don't think there's going to be anything in this story, but it'd be nice if it was true. Now the Mirror say that Manchester United are willing to sell Andreas Pereira to make funds to bring Donny Van De Beek in. Now I guess Andreas Pereira and Donny Van De Beek, they would play a similar role. Andreas Pereira plays the number 10, but Donny Van De Beek is a little bit more defensive than Pereira. You could say Pereira will play on the right, but if we get Sancho, there's no need to put Pereira on the right, because then if Sancho's injured, we'd have James, and even Delo would probably do a better job on the right than Pereira. I just don't think Pereira's a winger. Now, for me, I don't really think there's anything in this story because it's come from the Mirror, but I could be wrong. The story also talks about Donny Van De Beek being a Kai Havertz alternative. It looks like Kai Havertz is going to go to Bayern Munich, although the Chelsea rumours are heating up. I don't think Manchester United will go for Kai Havertz unless Sancho falls through. I hope and I think that Manchester United are looking at Donny Van De Beek, but it is Manchester United, and it does kind of feel like the story about Donny Van De Beek is just to lighten the mood and distract us from the fact that Chelsea are doing bits and we're not. So we do have to remember that. Now I really hope we get Van De Beek. I think he'd be the perfect signing. I think he boosted the midfield. I think if we got Van De Beek and Sancho in the summer, I'd be very happy with that window, because Van De Beek can play centre mid and cam and just give us numbers and a bit more creativity. He's going to be cheap, and if Pogba leaves next summer, we don't feel as much pressure to get a replacement. Plus, we've got rid of Pereira and Fellaini, so Manchester United, they do need depth in midfield. I think Van De Beek will be affordable. He's young. I think he's better than Grealish, but I still think right now if Manchester United are going to get a midfielder in, it will be Jack Grealish. Although I do think that Van De Beek would be a better option, as I believe he'll be cheaper, he's younger and he's a better player. I hope this story is true, but I feel like Pereira will stay put. And I'm not 100% sure if this Van De Beek story is just a bit of a PR spin. But again, this has come from the Mirror, so you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. I think it would be amazing business if Manchester United got one of Lingard and Pereira off our books and Donny Van De Beek in. You could even include it in the swap deal with Ajax. I think Pereira would happily play for Ajax. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything in this, unfortunately. Now the next story, it comes from the Manchester Evening News, and they talk about a story from the Daily Express about Wilfred Ndidi to Manchester United. Now Wilfred Ndidi is a great player, a player that I'd love to bring to Manchester United, but I feel like he will stay at Leicester next season. Now basically the story that the Express talk about say that Manchester United have added Ndidi to their transfer shortlist. So basically saying that, we've got loads of players on our transfer shortlist, so it doesn't mean that we're going to go for Ndidi, but he's now a player of interest. Which, I hope this is true. Again, take it with a pinch of salt. I mean, Manchester United have a million reasons to be interested in Ndidi. I think we need depth in that area. He's young, he's Premier League proven. I'd love Manchester United to go for Wilfred Ndidi. If I could bring 3 players to Manchester United, dream 3 players, Wilfred Ndidi would be in that. I hope that we've actually expressed an interest in him. I hope he's one of our names written down. I hope maybe next summer we go for him. But I just feel like we've never really been that interested in Ndidi, and it's always confused me because I think he'd be the perfect signing. I've always thought for the last year that Manchester United needed Thomas Partey and Ndidi, and I can't understand why we've never actually strongly gone for one. But again, I think we're just maybe looking at him, Premier League proven, Leicester, young, 23. But again, we have millions of names on our transfer shortlist, so I wouldn't take much off this story. Now the next story is about Jadon Sancho. So the Dortmund head of football, Sebastian Kehl, came out with 2 statements. Now the first one's really interesting. He says there's nothing in the rumours of Jadon Sancho to Liverpool, basically confirming that Liverpool aren't interested in Jadon Sancho. There's nothing in those rumours. So it basically means that the only clubs actually in for Jadon Sancho that I believe are Manchester United and Chelsea. And I think if Chelsea get Werner and they get Havertz, and Chelsea are looking a lot elsewhere, that he's going to go to Manchester United, because there's all this news that he's going to leave Dortmund. He won't sign a contract extension. He wants to leave Dortmund. Dortmund are going to let him go for the right money. It's between Man U and Chelsea, but Chelsea, I feel like, don't need him as much as we do. It does all point towards Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. Also, the fact that Dortmund have been looking quite heavily at Ferran Torres shows that he might be leaving. However, he also said that he expects Sancho to stay at Dortmund this summer, which took me by surprise, because I'm like, he's got 2 years left on his contract. We know that Manchester United will offer you an appropriate amount of money. Well, I hope they do, because it'd be stupid not to. But Manchester United are really interested in him. He wants to come back to England. Why would he stay at Dortmund? Like, there's so much news that he's going to leave Dortmund. He's not happy there. Why would he stay? Is he going to be forced to stay? I don't think they'll force him to stay. I think if we give them the right money for Sancho, they'll let him leave. I think he's just maybe saying that as a bit of a transfer trick to try and boost confidence that Sancho will stay and see if they can get more money out of us. But again, I do think that Sancho will leave Borussia Dortmund. I do believe that Liverpool aren't interested as well. And I think if we don't get Champions League football and no one else is in for Sancho, maybe he'll stay. But I do think that Sancho will leave Borussia Dortmund myself. Now I'm going to talk about the last story, which is Angel Gomes. Now the Angel Gomes contract saga at Manchester United has been going on a while. He's a top young talent, but I can understand why he'd want to leave, because with Lingard and Pereira's poor performances, he hasn't even had a chance in the team, and the players in front of him have been so poor. Like, Chong's had a bigger chance, Greenwood's had a massive chance, Williams has got a massive chance, but I don't know why he's never really given Gomes, I feel like, the chance he deserves. And basically, the news is saying that Manchester United aren't going to offer him a short-term contract, a contract to the end of the season, but they want to give him a long-term contract. It's either he leaves and doesn't finish the season, or he's going to stay long-term. I'm getting that impression. Now, I hope Gomes stays, but I actually understand if he wants to leave, because, well, we haven't really given him a chance. And now with Bruno coming in, and even if we get Van De Beek, where is the room for Angel Gomes? Now, let me know your thoughts on all the Manchester United transfer news in the comment section down below. And if you have not already, hit that like button, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new, share this video. All the links to my social media are in the description, so follow me on that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.